Sisyphean.
Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Path of Exile Treasure Hunt. And today I gotta tell you that that I have a fever. I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more Path of Exile. I actually do have a real fever in real life. Nothing bad, just a very, very mild, just very slightly elevated temperature. Might not even be anything. I'm hoping that it's just, you know, exhaustion, something else, something mild, and that I'm not actually gonna be sick. But regardless, I have a very late start to the day tomorrow, and if necessary, I can just take the day off, you know? We can play it by ear, just like this game. We're gonna play this game by ear. I guess I should also mention that I'm not a licensed medical professional. Path of Exile will not actually cure or alleviate fever symptoms in real life. I was employing, you know, the use of, I was employing poetic license, okay? Just, nothing I say should be construed as medical or legal advice. I should just put that disclaimer at the start of every series. Anyway, at the end of last episode, we started Act 5. We finished the previous act, and we made the ascent over the mountain, and then we wound up in Uriath, and we hacked and slashed our way through the first area, and reached the first hub area. And now we've got a bunch of people with exclamation marks on top of their heads. One of them, ostensibly, has a reward for us. So let's talk to Alani first, and let's see what this person has to say.
An exile returned. How is that even possible? Rising out of the darkness to claim the souls of our enemies, like Hinekora in the stories my mother used to tell me. Well, your divine intervention gave us just the diversion we needed to take this tower. So if you keep doing things like that, then I might have to start believing in the gods again. And thank you for finishing off that last overseer for us. I don't know what sort of mother could have birthed that land-loving whale, but we were lucky he wasn't here when we took this tower. He'd have spread us across the floor like butter on a piece of bread. Here, take something for helping us in this hopeless fight of ours.
Ah, don't worry about it, guys. Don't even worry about it. So we got a rare ring. I want to see something. We have a PoE ring, and that might be one of the options. That is not one of the options. That is certainly not one of the options. So what are our options? We only have resistance rings. We got a 2-stone ring, cold and lightning, fire and cold, or fire and lightning. So these are our 3 options. I think dual resists are usually pretty good, but maybe let's see what this fire resist ring does for us. Long term, of course, we'll want to have something better than just the stuff you get for quest rewards, but we'll take a look at that. Oh, I'm trying to identify this. Is it good? We get dex, that's decent. Rarity of items found. You've immediately got me interested, and that's better than what we have right now. So we're gonna lose all resist. We're gonna lose cast speed. We don't really cast that much. We're gonna lose energy shield, max mana. What do we got? Fire resist, and then even more fire resist, and then lightning resist, and lightning damage to attacks. And you know what? I'd say that's worth equipping. And this, I think we can just
Greetings.
sell to you, I guess. You know what? I'll accept that trade. Let's talk to Utula.
After everything I've done, it took an Oriathan to get these slaves up off their shackled asses and fighting. I guess the Templar should have treated their lessers better than their slaves, eh? Well, I'm not about to turn down a gift from Kitava. If he wants slave and outcast to join hands, then let's remind these Templar that they're flesh and blood, just like us. Utulamakora is what they call me. I'm what passes for a chief around here. Well, I put the steel in their hands. I tell them where to stab, where to run, where to die. If that doesn't make me a chief, what does?
I mean, you make a pretty compelling argument.
Isn't the only currency we need to earn to buy our freedom. We can kill all the Templar mongrels we like out there. It won't matter a damn if we don't get inside their stronghold, the Templar courts. Might as well put my bloody chains back on right now. Problem is, there's some sort of witchery surrounding the place. Only those who see the truth with faithful eyes are getting in there. The power of innocence. It's all in the eyes, you see. Yet blessed Kitava has answered my prayers and sent us just the pair of eyes we need. The ever-faithful Justicar Casticus. He's there in the control blocks right now, smiting my people with self-righteous fury. Find him and rip his faithful eyes out. Then I'm sure the good Justicar will be kind enough to see you into the Templar courts.
Well, that sounds pretty grim, but I'll see what I can do. One thing I will do right now, though, is I feel like the music is a little bit loud, especially compared to the dialogue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... Excuse me? I wish it would display like numbers. Excuse me? Do you... Are you... It's not reading my inputs correctly. I mean, I'm using the... It seems if I use the directional stick, it has a... Oh god, what was the master volume set on? I don't remember. It seems if I use the stick, it has a very hard time telling whether I'm pressing left or right. Might be a dead zone issue. Anyway, let's bring all the sounds down, and with the dialogue all the way up, I think... And if I turn the master volume a little bit further up, I think maybe this is going to make the dialogue easier to listen to. So let's test that out by talking to Valenta.
Unlike these assorted ignorami, I'm not surprised to see you here. The beast is dead, all thanks to you, I suppose. I was listening to the beast's death rattles when these lunatics broke in, wrecked the place, and dragged me here to tend to their cuts and bruises. Thankfully, I was able to bring some of my paraphernalia with me. The balance of power is shifting in your favor, O murderer of nightmares. If I am in possession of anything that might smooth the transition of governance, don't hesitate to ask. You'll find my terms quite reasonable.
I mean...
Some time ago, I fabricated a device able to sense and amplify the corrupt murmurings of Rayclast, a miasmeter. I listened to those whispers for years, lingering beyond sane comprehension. And then the scream. Such profound agony that my mind was nearly sundered by its percussion. I thought another cataclysm might be upon us. But no, it was you, slaying the beast. I was witness to a singularly potent cadence. This corruption, I am convinced that it holds the very key to our human history, and with it, our very existence. Yet without the miasmeter, I'm condemned to deafened ignorance. It remains in Piety's laboratory, as long as Utula's miscreants haven't vandalized the poor thing. Find it.
Right, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. We can re-specialize with her apparently. We can gamble, but let's not do that just yet. What I want to do is though I want to check something. Didn't we have a side quest? An uncompleted side quest. Nico's fuel, Nico's mine. Nico's explosives. Okay, so this is still uncompleted. Yeah, so that quest is still there, and it's not showing up in our list. Maybe, like in our list to the right. Maybe our list to the right only shows the 3 most recently acquired quests. But at some point we gotta go back to the mine, and apparently this is gonna happen very late in the game. We gotta go back to the mine and destroy a hidden wall, basically. There's got that mechanic that you see in a lot of video games. Alright. Alright. Easy, 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 easy. Alright, so what do we want to have happen in this episode? Obviously, you know, quest progress is going to be nice. Gaining levels is going to be nice. But the goal of this whole series is to collect cool shit. And I guess as a welcome into this area, as a welcome gift, I don't mind picking up a nice chromatic vendorable item. That one almost, but not quite. And I've been away from the game for about a week. So I'm gonna have to remember. Excuse me, is this... Can I not go through this? Excuse me? Oh yeah, on the map it shows that... Is it really closed off? Okay, maybe you just gotta... Hang on a second. Maybe you just gotta go around. So I've got my aura. I've got my blood rage, which is useful for when you're attacking swarms of enemies, because it resets when you kill an enemy. And so it's just there semi-permanently as a useful buff. I've got my dash to get me out of a spot of bother. I'm trying not to get in the habit of just using my dash to run around quickly, because I do have that bad habit. And it is classified as a movement skill, but I think the movement that's intended is movement to give you... What's giving me frenzy charges, man? Something's generating frenzy charges for me. You know, those green orbs that were floating around my head. Do they just show up naturally? Or I thought you had to specifically have a gear, have gear or a... Oh my god! I was trying to run away. Fuck you, man. I was trying to run away. I thought you specifically had to have gear or an item that gave you frenzy charges in order to, have, you know, in order to have frenzy charges. But I guess I don't know that much about this specific game mechanic. And I'll point it out the next time it happens. Yeah, see, there's these green things floating around me. These are frenzy charges, and when I use my flask, those frenzy charges will be consumed and they'll give me another buff. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what's giving me frenzy charges. I'm getting so wrapped up in this that I'm getting murdered by these high damage enemies because I'm not paying attention to how much damage they're doing, how much damage I'm taking. I lost some resistances as well, by the way. equipping this, you... Yo, what's giving me frenzy charges, man? I wish I could figure out that. But whatever it is, it would be nice to have more. What's shooting at me from? You should not be allowed to shoot from off the fucking screen at somebody. That is just a basic etiquette. That's just a basic etiquette thing. Fuck off. What are these guys doing, man? Go. Come on, just. Easy, easy, easy. I mean, I guess let me pick that up. We can sell that. How are they doing so much damage, man? That's a two-handed axe. Don't really care about that. Oh my god, these guys are gonna massacre me. And that is a 4-socket. These silk slippers are not really my jam either. So there's a quest item of some kind over there. Alright, what do we got? Excuse me? I gotta figure out why these guys are doing so much damage. Is it some specific type of thing that they're doing? And that by fighting them in a different way I could mitigate that? Or is it just, or are they just really strong and am I just fucked against them? And that's one question I want to answer. The other question I want to answer is, where are these frenzy charges coming from? How do I get more of them? So many questions. Not enough answers. So we're in a very disconcerting part of this map. I hope we don't trigger like a mini boss fight by touching this shit. Well, there's the miasm meter.
Daring dark and dingy spaces for science.
For science, indeed. Marnie's got the right idea. Before we go forward, I want to make sure that there's nothing in this little corner that I'm leaving. Probably, almost certainly there's nothing. But how do I even get back? That's a good question. How do I get back? Oh, here are the stairs. Let me just pop a potion. These potions, I don't mind using them for just running through places quickly. Yeah. Nothing in the chest either. Well, shit. Well, that's okay. So far, what have we found? Well, we've only just started, but okay, Orb of Chance. Finding some decent utility and currency items. Not really finding the awesome, unique items that that I promised you guys I was gonna find when I started this series. Although I will say, made some pretty good progress the last few episodes. Pretty good progress the last few episodes. Oh, one thing that I'm not sure I showed you. I'll show it off when we get back home. When it's time to drop this off in my stash. Is you know, I won't spoil it for you. I'll wait until we get back home. I'll even pick up an augment orb. Why not? Why not? Fuck off, man. Really? There's no staircase. They should not be allowed to shoot me from up there. That's so dumb, dude. I gotta go all the way. Man, where are the... There's the stairs. Fucking hell? Oh my god. These aren't even... Ouch, stop it, dude. These are not even... like champion and these are just regular ass enemies, dude. Oh, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Well, maybe the rumors of my death were somewhat exaggerated, but it did seem quite dire for a moment there. Alright. Alright. Alright, boys. What do we got in here? I should be using my blood rage. I should also be using the blood and sand stances, but that's something... that's a whole other kettle of fish that... Excuse me? That I'm not sure I'm ready to get into just yet. The if you're using lacerate, you should be... Oh, there. Didn't I have to do something to this guy? Easy, easy, easy. What is this guy doing, dude? Well,
Proudest trophy.
just in case just in case you thought the quest was... Ooh, this is a... That's a chromatic. Just in case you thought the quest was being metaphorical, no, you literally have to take his eyes out. What are we gonna do with his eyes? Oh, it's a little bit like the Halim quest, right? From Diablo 3, where you have the guy's heart and his eye and his brain, I think. So yeah, again, potentially a little nod to Diablo 2, or maybe not. Maybe it's just another completely unrelated quest where you're just carrying around some dude's body parts in your inventory. All right. All right, boys. Before we jump on over to the next area, where I am confident that we're gonna get a waypoint. Let us just see what's going on here. There seems to be a part of the map that I should be able to get to, but I can't seem to... Because, yeah, there's... How do I get there, dude? So if I come here, and then what? I come here, and then I come here. Is there like a lever or something? How do I... Maybe there's like a lever in this room, something... Nope. And nothing back there. There's clearly stuff here, man. Excuse me? What the fuck did this guy... Oh, we should have followed this guy. He probably came from that area. So... Or did he? Or did he? Man, is there some sort of staircase situation that I can get through here and go... I'm looking so carefully, man. I don't see it. How do I... I was trying to dash through. I was like, okay, maybe you can dash. Yeah, I don't think these guys are gonna help us. There's clearly stuff. Maybe it'll open up in a future quest line. But for now, I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'm just gonna have confidence that the game isn't, you know, soft locking me out of anything important, and we're just gonna move on to Oriath Square, where again I'm hoping that we get a quick town, a quick waypoint, so that we can head home and do some stuff.
I see the ugliness of Oriath has finally reached the surface.
Yes, here we go. So let's head home to the... There's only one path out from there. Right, so let's head back to the Overseer's Tower. Monster level 41. I guess that explains why things are a little bit tougher. It's considerably closer to our actual level, these monsters. Anyway, let's go to our passives. What were we putting points into? I don't even remember. I do remember that we went and... Did we get Master of the Arena? Well, we have it now. What does that do for us? Melee physical damage, melee strike range. Hopefully that helps with us not just swinging at dead air and not hitting enemies. And a few more points of strength. Two-handed doesn't really help us. Shield doesn't really help us. Physical attack damage doesn't really help us. Excuse me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Attack mana cost, don't care. Bleed chance, potentially. Bloodletting, potentially. Two-hand, not my jam. Warcry, don't really care. We got banners. I'm not sure where we'll go next. Not sure where to go next. Bleeding only if I know that bleeding is part of my build. I could start getting some jewel sockets. Projectiles? Nah, man. No, I don't need projectiles. Iron reflexes seems like a pretty interesting idea. Versatile combatant. Minus 10% maximum chance to... What now? I don't know about that. That seems kind of iffy. Well, for now we only have 1 point, so let's just save these changes. And let's continue. What do we got? Let's talk to...
Thank you. By killing Casticus, you've given us a fighting chance. And about his eyes, I'm sorry you had to do that. Yet although Utula's solution might seem brutal, I've seen Karui men blinded with a hot poker, simply for looking a fraction too long at an Oriathan lady. Yes, this is war. And just a little revenge, too. Take something. A token of our thanks.
Yeah, that sounds kind of rough. So these are resistance flasks. And critical strike. Is there like an all resist? Man, I guess I'll just take a jade flask. I'm sure there's a best answer, but I don't really care. Let's talk to Valenta.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer. At least you've proved useful enough to return the miasmeter to me. That deserves some small reward, I suppose.
I suppose it wouldn't be an RPG if no matter where you go, there wasn't at least one character who just blames you for everything that goes wrong for no good reason. Yes, me killing the beast is what's causing... Yeah, like, did you fucking listen to yourself? Did you just listen to the words that came out of your mouth? Fucking hell, dude. I feel like... I'm sorry, I've got to I sometimes get a little bit too immersed into video games, but I feel like that was... I'm just getting so irrationally... No, not even irrationally. I feel like I'm getting justifiably angry, because that was a dumb fucking thing that she just said. Okay, do you want to get a jewel socket? Do you want to get evasion? Is there like a... Let me take a look at the... So these are... Oh man, how do... I'm not gonna mess with jewel sockets until I have a better jewel to put. The moment I find a unique jewel, or like a really, really good rare one, then I'll think about putting them, or like investing into a jewel socket. For now, I don't really think we need it. What is this? Dagger Mastery? Mind Drinker, man. Basic jewel socket could be, well, it's very far away from home. We're even... Oh, okay, we're here. Alright. Bleeding Master. I mean, maybe... Do we want to just, like, take bleeding? Because... Aggravate bleeding? Oh, no, first we cause bleeding, then we aggravate bleeding, and then... Critical strike multiplier against bleeding targets, critical strike chance. You know what? Yeah, let's go into some bleeding action. Why not? And then chance to cause bleeding, critical aggravate bleeding. Oh my god. So let's go first of all chance to cause bleeding. And then what is aggravate? Oh my god, what does aggravating bleeding do? Bleeding, which has been aggravated, deals higher damage as though the target was moving? What? Bleeding deals physical damage over time based on the base physical damage of the skill. Damage is 200% higher while moving. You know what? Large jewel socket. Totem Mastery. You know what? No. We gotta go into the we gotta go into frenzy charges. Yeah. +1 to minimum frenzy charges. 8% chance to gain a frenzy charge on kill. 8% increased damage per... You know what? Yeah, let's go into some frenzy charge action. Yeah. That's how we'll do it. That is how we will do it. Alright. Oh yeah, I had to show you one other thing. Before I do that, yes. Let me sell this shit. So that's a chromatic. There's a chromatic. There's a chromatic. And we'll just accept that trade. I'll identify this, but we'll probably just put it away in our stash. And speaking of our stash, you'll notice my skill gems are all gone. Oh, where did they go? Did you sell them? Did you throw them away? No. No, I did not sell them. No, I did not throw them away. What I did was, I put them onto their own separate page. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have a separation by color and a separation by whether they are activated skills or support gems. So blue skills, and then blue support gems, and then green skills, and then green support gems, and red skills, and red support gems. And then special things are gonna be in my first page, like, you know, item quantity support, you gotta keep that there. Behead support, keep that there. What was the... less duration support, I don't know why I kept this, honestly. Oh yeah, no, because these are the enhanced skills that I got from the Aspirants Plaza area. There's a... flame with support. Blood and sand, yes. Why is... okay. So, this is the other thing I wanted to look at. So if we go to my skills, now lacerate is in here. The way lacerate works is, depending on what stance you are, like whether you're in blood stance or sand stance, it gives you bonuses, and it gives you an extra bonus if you've changed your stance recently. That's not a great bonus, but given that we're doing this, it would behoove us heavily to bring... sorry, somebody's calling me, but it's almost certainly a spam call. It would behoove us to socket blood and sand into... do we have like any spare socket? Like any... like literally any? Like any at all? Well, let me put it into my weapon. I'll shift it around. We should have that. And now, the way stances work is, let me go to Oriath Square. Monster level 42. A lot of new mechanics being thrown at you in one go. I think stances work kind of like the aura. So if I go into... I don't know what stance I'm in, how I can tell.
I can't do this just yet.
Okay, so that I guess looks kind of like sand. I must be in sand stance. That looks kind of like blood. I must be in blood stance. Depending on which stance I am in, I'll get bonuses to what lacerate does. Not sure. Go. Okay, more of these guys with their fucking just sniping me, dude. Because the blood and sand is already getting better. I mean, there's a way to use this optimally, but is there necessarily anything wrong with just... hello? Would there necessarily be anything wrong with me just treating the stances as just essentially as permanent passive buffs? Because if I look at what the stances do on their own, melee skills deal more area damage while in blood stance, but have less area of effect. They have more area of effect while in sand stance, but deal less area damage. So what do I want? I think I want more area damage, and it's okay if I have slightly less area of effect. Which stance am I in? Well, I was in blood, now I'm in sand, but let's go into sand. Let's go back into blood. Alright. And let's stay in blood. And we won't I feel like the whole business of, ooh, if you've changed stances recently, you get a slight bonus. I feel like that's a bit of a trap. Don't, like, you'll overload your, you know, excuse me, your mind, basically, having that level of granularity on, like, changing stances in the middle of combat, like, just to get 5% extra. I don't think that's gonna be something we necessarily care that much about, but what we do want to care about is just getting the passive bonuses from having a stance of some kind, right? And as long as we have a stance of some kind, easy. Oh my god, dude. As long as we have a stance of some kind. Jeez, that was a rough situation we found ourselves in, wasn't it? But honestly, I'm all for it. Just hit me with your best shot. You clowns, you jokers. It's so comical when enemies charge past you and then hit a wall. It's like fucking like a like a Wile E. Coyote situation. Oh, the what now? The matriarch? Oh, easy, 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 easy. Whoa, there's a fucking firing squad here trying to. Oh my god. They're trying to kill me. I mean, I'm trying to kill them, but like they started it. Maybe. To be fair, I was already pressing the Y button and casting Lacerate before I even saw a single enemy in this area. I mean, I would never admit that under oath, but I'm telling you right now, because you know, because the police isn't listening. But also they did at the same time attack me as soon as they saw me. So really, who's at fault here? I feel like it's 50-50. You know, it's a tough call. All right. Easy, easy. Everybody just settle down. Settle down. So yeah, I did, for once, actually do the thing that I said I would do in between episodes, and I did actually clean up my stash. And honestly, I feel so good about that. Because now every time I pick up a skill gem, I know exactly where to put it. And it's not like I'm running out of space for my other stuff. And that one thing just makes me feel pretty good about this game. Because, you know, skills are a pretty integral part of this game. And at this point, any skill is a potentially useful one. I don't know what future characters I'm gonna make. I don't know what skills I'm gonna make, skills I'm gonna take. Even if I pick up a skill and I'm like, oh, that seems useless, there might be some really awesome build that relies on some skill, some synergy that I hadn't considered. Okay, so there's some nonsense trash going on. Motherfucker. I was trying to move, and there's a little bit of lag on that one. Like, I'm not gonna cry about it too much, but I feel like there's a little bit of lag. I was trying to use my potions. It wasn't. I was trying to move and use my potions, and I feel like things happened a little bit more quickly than they should have. But you know what? I am also playing on Wi-Fi, so it's not like I didn't know that this was likely to happen from time to time. So, you know, that's why I'm not going to cry about it too much. I'll cry about it a little, and I feel like I have cried about it enough. So we're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. Oh god. Man, these crossbow dudes, like they're just standing here fucking shooting at you one-handed like they're in some fucking medieval fantasy version of a gangster movie, right? Like you don't need to try that hard to look cool, guys. It's we get it. We get it. Oh my god. And did they throw nets at you? Before we get too far off track, what I want to do is I want to go back to the guys that killed me, because there was a dude, and there was a like one of those tormented dudes that was buffing his friends.
Practice makes perfect.
And there were possibly easy. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, necromancer. Yeah, and then there's these blue guys. So there's all kinds of trash going on here. Oh my god, easy. How are they so fast? Oh, they're quick. That explains it. Okay. Okay, dude. I'll pick up this thing. We'll get a chromatic out of it. Then there's... Then there was a guy that was buffing them. Did we kill the guy that was buffing them? Or is he still running around causing untold mayhem? We must have killed him because I don't really see him. Alright, well, whatever. What do we got going on up here? Not a lot. Maybe it's time to start investing in another... Easy. Maybe it's time to start investing in some more defensive nodes on the passive tree. I think we're gonna lean into some frenzy charges first. But before that we'll whoa, brother, easy. Okay, guys. Okay, we gotta take this guy out. Yeah, there we go. Easy does it. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Temporal proximity shield. But... man, stay still, dude. Alright. Okay. Well, I had a mild fever, or like I was feeling mildly warm, let's put it that way, when I started playing. I feel like it's my heart rate has definitely gone a little bit higher, and I'm definitely sweating a little bit. So I don't know if this game is necessarily helping my symptoms. It's certainly doing something. It's certainly doing something. Alright, what's left in this area? Oh, okay, you can just go past the bridge. Explains it. Alright. Let's take out some dudes. Alright, boys, what we got? Easy, easy, easy. Rosethorn Tincture. Critical strike? Oh, I mean, I'll pick anything up once. Exploding what now? He had exploding orbs? Anyway, one of our skills leveled up. Double Strike is also leveled up. Right. And Chance to Poison support has also gained a level. Easy does it. And Precision has leveled up. I guess they all leveled up at the same time, which would make sense if they were all at the same level before, which they likely were. Okay, I am appreciating the density of elites in this area. I'm not appreciating these ranged enemies that are just, like, fucking, like, camping miles away and then trying to snipe at me. That's kind of rude. Alright, let's do like this. I guess we're gonna go here. But it looks like there's more stuff to the right. Alright. What do we got? Nothing there. Easy. Settle down, everybody. Easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Was there like a special enemy, or did I just take a whole bunch of damage from regular dudes? I guess I just took a whole bunch of regular dude damage. Okay, they're throwing swords at me. Like boomerang swords. And I don't know, maybe those swords were what was doing like big damage or something. I don't know, man. Extra life and a shield. It did feel like he had extra life. So that checks out. Alright, well, I see a exclamation mark on the map. So it looks like we're getting somewhere. But there might be something up here as well. There's some blue dudes. Alright. Nothing there except for a few guys who I assume were auditioning for a part in Blue Man Group. Well, or they were until I killed them. And now we come to this place. Oh yeah, with his eyes, I think we can open the way to the Templar Courts, and we gotta find a dude, and we gotta kill him. High Templar Avarius. It looks like we're gonna be in an indoor area. I love indoor areas because I think everything in the game.
Flashy to say to the judges that exiled me before I killed them.
Oh, true. We're in the judicial system where the people got sentenced to be exiled. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, that adds an extra layer of gravity to the situation. The people that sentenced us are now on the other side. I am the judge now. Easy does it. Alright, we're about to gain another level. Always happy to gain levels. Oh, there's a dude. What's that? Vile Maul. Excuse me, dude. Vile Maul. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, the game keeps track of how many frenzy charges we have. I wish I could figure out what was giving me those charges. But every once in a while we get them. Maybe we just get them occasionally on killing an enemy, or maybe there's specific enemies that give us frenzy charges when we kill them as like a temporary reward. That enemy was gaining random charges on himself. I don't know if they would like transfer to us after he died. Probably not. Probably we just have something that's giving us frenzy charges and I'm just not noticing. Evasion rating per frenzy charge. Sounds good. Charge duration could be a thing. Damage per charge could be a thing. Alright. We're gonna go for a frenzy charge build. Or a frenzy charge sort of side addition to our build. We're just getting frenzy charges every once in a while. And we should remind ourselves what happens when we use our potion to cash in our frenzy charges. Gain onslaught. What does onslaught do? Attack, cast, and movement speeds are increased. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. But I also kind of like having the frenzy charges. So I feel like maybe we're not gonna try too hard to use our flask effect. If we use it, then we use it. Maybe we're just happy with having the frenzy charges. And then we like if we have the charges, then we're happy about it. Every once in a while when we use our flask, we'll get that bonus, we'll be happy about that. But we're not gonna try and we're not gonna try and super micromanage it. Because I feel like that's just gonna be a very like a not fun way to play. I want to be playing in a more free-flowing kind of way. Alright, easy, 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 easy. I used up all my potions. Why? Alright. Oi, easy, easy, easy. Settle down, guys. Settle down, guys. Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll play Impale Support, and I'll pick it up. We'll play until we reach High Templar Varius, and we'll kill him. And then I'll see how long we've been going. But I don't think we're gonna go super long this episode. Well, it all depends. It all depends. I should probably also just to be on the safe side, sleep a little bit early today. So maybe I shouldn't go super long. The longer we go, or, well, I guess it's not even the longer we go. It's that any episode I play, I want to keep going until I find a unique drop. We have not had that happen yet. So it makes me want to keep going. But, you know, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Easy, easy. Okay. What now? We got some music. Some people doing like Gregorian chant kind of situation. Sounds pretty awesome. Etched Greatsword is a two-handed one, and it's not useful for us, so we're just gonna leave that on the ground. And we're just gonna continue on this direction. Easy, easy. Alright. Oh, easy. Settle down. Yoink that. Anything around here? No. Alright. Well, what if we go down here? Murder these dudes. Anything down here? Doesn't look like it. It's a large dungeon. I like the look of it. I mean, it's a large one, but it doesn't feel like it's dragging on. It feels like it's about, at least on a first pass, it feels exactly as big as it should be. Blood and Sand is leveling up. Supported... What now? Oh, melee skills. Okay. I wish it would specify that, because I'm like, this is not a support gem. But if I'm in that stance, then any melee skill should have that apply to it, right? I assume... Before I go forward, there's a... thing. There's gonna be some stuff over here. Let's just yoink this. Well, that was kind of lame. That's the end of this road. So let's just go back here. Right. We go down. If we go around. And easy, easy. Easy, easy. Let's just go up and around. And presumably the boss fight is going to be in here, the Chamber of Innocence. That's a euphemism if I ever heard one. And let's see just how innocent this chamber really is. As we,
Time to take my grievance right to the top.
I mean, this looks like a boss arena, I'll be honest. It does have that kind of a look to it, doesn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe not. The opening of it felt very arena-esque, but now it looks like it's opened up into just a general area. Level 43. So a little bit, enemies are a little bit stronger. But we've also gotten a little bit stronger, so hopefully that evens out. Easy. There's a thing on the map, which we will investigate when we get to it. There's some lore on the map as well, which we will investigate when we get to it.
I can't do this just yet.
Easy. There's some more blue dudes. Alright, let's take those out. Alright, I'm just gonna open that box right now. Easy. Somebody's doing some serious shenanigans. This guy. Whoa, what are you doing, dude? Why is he that strong, man? Did I kill? I must have killed him. Because the box opened, but I got fucking garbage, man. I got nothing. What a ripoff, dude. What a fucking scam. Easy. Oh, I didn't kill this guy. Well, he's dead now. Resistance Shrine? I mean... Sure, I guess. I wish we could do like... Ah, I should have saved that for the boss fight, probably. Would I really have come all the way back here for the... Probably not. Probably not. Plus there's all this lore that we've got to take a look at. So yeah, we'll make use of that against these enemies. And it's dead now anyway, so we'll to Sin with eyes of clearest blue, innocence with eyes of burning red. Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. Huh. And then how do we make any further progress? I guess you go in this direction. In the unexplored part of the map? Yep. Alright. Oh, easy, easy. Easy. There's some more lore. We can't... Oh, no, we can go there, but there's a thing on the map which I do want to investigate. Excuse me. And there's a thing on the map. Easy, easy. Oi, 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 oi. Crimson Jewel? That's a different kind of jewel. Oh, it's only blue. That sucks. But it's a different color. Increase critical strike chance and chance to knock enemies back on hit. I don't know how happy I am about knockback. But the other stuff is something, I guess. Waves crash, waves of hunger, waves of whatever. Okay, so that's it's a priest saying some wacky religious shit. Don't care. Don't care. Easy. Energy shield explodes. Okay. Is that a 5 socket that just dropped? It is! Okay, but it's the wrong kind of item, but good to know that we're able to see... Ooh, hey, nice. Innocence news. It's a more dumb religious shit. Nobody cares. Easy, easy. I do get movement speed for cashing in my frenzy charges. Which, you know, even a small burst of movement speed is a good way to save yourself a little bit of time. Oi, 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 oi. So I didn't get a chance to read what that recipe was because I got waylaid by these bozos. Mahogany. But is everything gonna level up now? Easy, easy. Where are these dudes? How do I get... Oh, I can just walk up. Alright, never mind. I thought there was like a balcony separating us. But nope, you can just walk up here. Murder these dudes. We're about to hit level 50, I do believe. Yeah, yeah, boy. There's the half century. Alright, what, easy. I dropped my, I kicked my slipper off. Some more dumb religious shit, nobody cares. This is actually me being in character, right? I feel like Marnie LaBouche, it would be very much in character for him to... Like, this is the exact amount of reverence that I think you would expect from the character, the way he's presented, but also the extra little oomph that I think I've put into him. Movement speed for frenzy charge. I feel like that's pretty good. Attack speed for frenzy charge, and then culminating in Disciple of the Slaughter, minimum frenzy charges. So does that mean we will always have frenzy charges? Well, there's only one way to find out. Hey, wait. If we always have frenzy charges, if I'm interpreting that correctly, then when we cash in our frenzy charges with our potion, we'll get the onslaught, but we'll still have the frenzy charges afterwards. So if I'm interpreting that correctly, it could be a pretty good synergy. Whoa, boy, what was that? Some nonsense was happening there, but we were taking none of it. We were having none of it. Whoa, boy. Whoa, I dodged that game. I didn't get hit by that. That's a lie. Right, yeah, I think definitely once we are, excuse me, once we're done with whatever the boss is, some more bullshit. Nobody cares about your religious scriptures. Nobody cares. They're boring. They're so boring. Why are there so many blue people there? Oi! Out of my frickin' way. Easy. Oi, easy, 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 easy. That's probably the way forward. But wasn't there stuff that we left behind in the top right part of the map? And maybe potentially even this part of the map. So before we... Okay. Settle down, you clowns. Hello! Hello! Scholar boots, chromatic orb, a lot of stuff just happened in quick succession. Calm down, Ellie, calm down. We are not going to be able to equip these boots because our current boots have something in them that we need, and we cannot afford to... what's in the socket? Blood Rage. Is there any other place we can put the Blood Rage? We can put it into our weapon, okay. But, I mean, these boots feel like they're probably not for us. Nevertheless, let's identify them. If they have even any marginal sort of benefit. No, these boots give us rarity to items found. But let's see what they do. Ooh. Movement speed. Dude. And energy shield, which synergizes with the thing about being on full health. I am... What are we gonna lose? So if I unsocket Blood Rage... And I socket Blood Rage into... I mean, I can put it into my weapon. You know, I will put it into my weapon. And it's still bound to the same button, that's good. Man, so we'll be gaining... See, I love movement speed. And I know the moment I equip this item, the movement speed is going to be so good that I'm not going to want to take it off. But let's just equip it and see what the... Oh, dude, that feels so good. And we gain even more movement speed when we're at full health. And we have energy shield, which helps us stay at full health. Dude, I'm gonna stay with these, dude. I just like movement speed. A little bit too much. A wee bit too much. It's a one-handed sword. Man, I need to be checking these one-handed weapons, because we haven't upgraded some more nonsense. Some more nonsense. We haven't upgraded our weapons in a while. Dude, it's so good, dude. It's so good, man. You can't blame me for keeping this. It's so nice having movement speed. In a roundabout kind of way, hear me out. In a roundabout kind of way, like movement speed, ooh, nice, does the same thing that having the other bonus does. You might be like, hey, what are you talking about? It's a completely different bonus. One is movement speed. One is increasing the rarity of items you get. But look at it this way. What is accomplished by increasing the rarity of items that drop? It means the expected time that you're playing the game in between every rare item or like item of increased rarity that drops goes down. You know what else will increase or decrease the time in between notable things happening in this game? Having movement speed that is this awesome. So it may not seem like it, but I do think overall it's the better choice. There's another like 5 socket that dropped. It's not gonna give us any chromatic, unfortunately, but we're getting some pretty good stuff. So this is gonna be the boss fight, and we're gonna get killed a couple of times. Yeah. Okay. Burn! Lalalala. Are you? I mean, I guess I'll take your word for it. You planning on joining us anytime soon, Avarius, my dude? Oi, easy. Phase 2?
This is new.
Yeah. Had a fucking feeling. I mean, it's a pretty awesome looking phase 2. I'm having trouble figuring out how to hit him. Okay. I'm having a lot of trouble figuring out how to hit him. Because that issue of... I've run out of charges. Easy. 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 But there's a fucking... There's a champion, dude? Come on. Oh, easy.
Can't do this just yet.
Easy. That move where he leaves those lightning things in his wake is very difficult for me to deal with. Everything else other than that beam attack I've got a good handle on, I feel like. This time I killed the prayer guard. I don't know how much that helps, because it seems like there's another one that just spawned. Do they just spawn endlessly? Uh-oh, no. Easy. Oh, yeah, that sucked. What the fuck? Oh, man, come on. Man, come on. I was nowhere near that hit, game. Stop lying. Stop lying, man. Some of these things, like the damage they do, doesn't seem commensurate with what the moves look like. Get fucked. Get fucked, you piece of shit. You
And only you, I shall save.
We want to wrap up. I think we might want to wrap this up. I tell you what. Well, let's talk to Sen. Wait, I didn't even notice when this guy showed up.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One. Would that humanity could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass. For now, the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the Ravenous One.
I've heard that name before. Whoa. That's from the title screen.
Should Kitava accept their invitation, there is but one thin sliver of hope for us all. My brother's sign of purity. Look to it in the choking passages of Templar reverence. It shall be your torch when night falls at last.
Okay. The Chamber of Innocence. The Chamber of Innocence. These both just go to the same... I guess these both just go to the same place. Do I want to pick that up? I don't know. I don't have the flask stash tab. Fine, I'll pick it up. I've got to head home, and I've got to do some fiddling around. So we are in the Chamber of Innocence. We need to go back into the... What? Hang on. I don't know what the game is expecting us to do. Do we have to just, like, walk back to the place that we came from? And I'll click on this, but I won't read it because that in the game and in real life, I don't really care about like religious. You want to say something, say it in like real person language, right? And not the. Ooh, hey, there's. Whoa, ho, ho, easy. Alright, well, what do we get for that? We get a chromatic orb. And not much else. So it said go back to the... What did the quest say? Back through the Templar courts to Oriot Square and find the entrance to the ossuary. I think we were just in the courts, were we not? Aren't these the courts? No. Sanctum? No, that's the sanctum. That's the sanctum. That's the chamber. What? Chamber of Innocence. Why did I... Hang on. Why did I walk all the way... I'm an idiot. Hang on. Surely these are not both just entrances to the boss area? I think if we go the... listen, all I want to get is one more... I want to get the next waypoint before I end, right? Because we're ready to end. But I'm not ready to stop playing just yet. So... Bannon. Okay, so there's somebody... There's somebody standing here now. Okay. So maybe we did come to the right place. And he's got a exclamation mark. Oh, you know what? I could have just walked here the whole time.
Damnation have you done?
You shut the fuck up, dude. I'm trying to help.
You've destroyed him, and yet I hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now.
holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. He wants you to pass through that door, to bring order to the chaos beyond. I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, Banon the Nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
By the way, let me just mention that the stained glass, like, this is some beautiful artwork. This is just gorgeous. It just looks so good. Anyway, the torched quartz. So it's a different area now. Okay.
They saved me the trouble of burning this place down.
Oh, fires, of course, means that there's gonna be a slight frame rate hit in this area, just because fire graphics always do that for me. And these ones seem to be pretty nicely optimized, though, so not that much of a... Ooh, easy. So not that much of a hit, but a hit nonetheless. And again, Marnie didn't have a lot of sympathy for the fact that the court building has been set on fire at level 44, so we are seeing higher and higher level areas. I just want to get I just want to get a waypoint. But if you gave me other good stuff, I would not, ooh boy, say no to that. Dude, I'm just trying to hit. Are they immune to all damage when they have that, like, shield effect around them? Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a mild frame rate drop in this area. All right. But we'll survive. Whoa!
I can't do this just yet.
Alright, boys. Alright. Let's yoink that. I have to say, I'm loving the movement speed. I am absolutely loving the movement speed so much. One thing I should do is I should check to see what this jewel does. Can jewels just give you any stat? So can they give you like magic find? 'Cause that'd be a nice thing to put on a jewel. I'd do that. But maybe they can only give you combat stats. Alright. Oh, there's a red thing and there's a blacksmith strongbox. Or some sort of strongbox. Upgrades a normal item. Upgrades a normal item to a rare item. Upgrades a normal item to a random rarity. What if I use that? Okay, well. Oh, whoa, my God. I was right in the middle of all of them. I should have dashed away immediately. I didn't. I paid the price. But this time when we get back to them, we'll not be in the middle of every single one of them, and we'll be able to pick them off one by one. And I'll have Blood Rage active, which I probably should have had the whole time. Alright. Oi, 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 oi. I'm just getting sidetracked by all kinds of shit. But I need to get back to that box I was trying to open. Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody's just like machine gunning me, dude. Are these guys immune? No, they're not. They're just out of range. That was kind of a disappointing conclusion to that. I was hoping, like, anytime I get killed by some enemy, I'm always like, well, you should at least drop something nice for me when I'm finally able to kill them. But our gem leveled up. And you know what, let's go in and let's see what we find in this area. Oi, easy. Quantity of items is increased in this area. And again, we're getting frenzy charges somehow. There's a box inside this place. This time I did dash away properly, but this time they were also like much slower enemies. Split arrow, yeah. I'll take a look at that. All right. Alright, I think there should be a special enemy towards the end. And then it'll give us a Val skill, won't it? That's usually how this goes. Yeah, well, there's some enemies. Ooh, there's a special looking enemy. I mean, he looked a lot meaner than he actually was. Research journal. Talking about some shit. Dude, that is so long. If there's something important in there, at least I scroll through all the text. Ooh, that's a card, isn't it? No, that's not a... What? No, that's not a card. That's something else. That's a Vault skill. No, that's a Vault skill. That is a corrupted item. Don't really care about that too much. Maybe I should be picking up like corrupted items, but I'm not. For all I know, even the like the Vault skills that I'm picking up are worthless. I'm only picking them up just because they're like, as far as I know, potentially notable drops. Alright, dude. So before I go into the next area, which no doubt is going to be where the next waypoint is, I just want to make sure that there's nothing that I'm missing out on. Oh, easy. In this part of the map. Whoa! There's like a Death Star beam, like fire beams raining down from the sky. Oh, pretty cool attack. But I'd rather they did it, you know, a little bit farther away from me, you know, because frankly, it seems like a bit of health and safety issue to have, you know, fire raining down from the sky like that. Well, there's some shenanigans going on. Alright, let's go up here, and I think what we're discovering is that there's nothing noteworthy in this part of the map, unless it's in this exact corner. There isn't. Okay, so where did we... I think we... Now I've gotten myself turned around. Did we come from the bottom part or did we come from the top part? I think we came from the... I think we came... Yeah, no, we came from the bottom part and we're going towards the top part. There's an area transition there. And there's gonna be potentially some stuff in these zones. So let's just quickly get that done. But nothing there. And yeah, okay, this is where the what we think is gonna be the next area transition is gonna be. And hopefully this is gonna be something that gives us a waypoint. Ooh, dude. I'm loving the walking speed. the running speed. By the way, I'm so glad that this game doesn't have stamina like Diablo 2. And you can just like run constantly. Feels so good. Alright, we're going back to the square. Surely a waypoint is going to be granted to us after that long area we had to run through.
I wanted to raise the place, but this is just excessive.
Once again, our character saying something about something he's seen that we haven't seen yet, so all we can do is you know, die of anticipation. Alright, so there's fewer fires, so the frame rate is gonna hopefully pick up compared to the previous area. Actually, no, there's still a few fires. So where do we go? I should probably stop using Blood Rage because it's an anti-synergy because it brings me below the way Blood Rage works. Let me just remind you that Let me remind you that well, that's Blood and Sand. That's not Blood Rage. So where's Blood Rage? Wasn't it a red skill? Precision and Dash are in Blood and Sand. Oh no, that is Blood Rage. Add a buff that deals physical damage over time while increasing attack, speed, and life leech. 1.2. You take 4% of your maximum life per second as physical damage, which is fine, except that the unique boosts that we just picked up, they give us extra movement speed when we're at full life. So I might just stop using Blood Rage, honestly. I'll think about it. I don't know how much it's even... Unless... Let me check. Does Blood Rage... Does Blood Rage give us movement speed? Where is it? Blood and... there's Blood Rage. Attack speed? It doesn't give us movement speed, though. I'll think about it. And it's been a long time since we got a waypoint. Maybe I'll stop using Blood Rage and I'll see how that makes me feel. Hello. There's a chromatic. There's a level. Let's spend this point. Oh, easy. We were doing this tree. Movement speed for frenzy charge. Now we'll do attack speed per frenzy charge. There's our waypoint. And we can go to the ossuary, but that seems like another area. But I guess we can run around this place a little bit. before we wrap up the episode. We've hit our waypoint. All we're really doing is, I don't know, getting a few extra kills. Just seeing what's going on in these parts. Maybe just sniping a couple of elite enemies. Easy. But I'm thinking maybe we just want to wrap up. This seems like probably the way to the whatever the next major quest point is gonna be. Alright, easy. Let's just kill this elite. And then let's wrap up. And yeah, because I don't know if there's gonna be any point to like full clearing this area. And if there is, we can do that next time. These extra life dudes are such a pain. Oh, and there's a matriarch? The risen matriarch. Didn't we already kill you? Well, if we did, we killed you again. If you're a new elite, new named elite we hadn't seen before, then pleased to make your acquaintance. I tell you what, I don't know if we are just like retreading old ground. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Oh, we're not gonna be able to pick that up because we don't have room in our... We don't have room! And we don't have any Herodric cube either. Well, is there stuff that we can throw overboard? Do I really need a rose thorn tincture? Let me discard that for now. Move that. I'll pick it up when we come back, but just in case, like, the game...
I believe in traveling light.
Really? Oh, yeah, let me just do this. Yeah. Let's do some selling. We'll pick up the potion, and then we'll end the episode. Because I think we've done some pretty good stuff. We found yet another unique item. Yet another unique item that is worth using. We'll talk to these people. Well, no, we have to talk to them now because we have to sell stuff. So let's talk to Lonnie. No, let's talk to...
Hello.
Let's talk to you. Let's sell stuff to you. That's another 5 of those. And let's go to our stash. And let's start just dropping stuff in. Another 10 chromatics. Chaos Orb. This is only our 6th one of those. Jeweler's Orb dropped off. Orb of Fusing dropped off. I guess I'll drop off you. Orb of Alchemy, not sure where that went, but it went somewhere, I guess. Orb of Chance. Alteration, whatever. And Deirdre's Madness, we're still holding on to that. Oh, wasn't there like a thing? Yeah, this thing. Sacrifice at noon. Can be used in a personal map. I don't know what any of this shit means. It almost looks like these things are pieces of the same item that's broken somehow. And I'll drop off the flask there. Do I want to keep these boots? I don't think so. I'll keep these ones, even though we're not really using blue sockets of any kind. So we're missing out on some, you know, potentially useful stuff. Maybe we can reforge the color on these boots, but I'm mainly just keeping them for the movement speed. And yes, it is sad to lose 10% increased item rarity, but one reason we were even interested in item rarity was so we could find more unique items. So, you know, we found one. Energy shield is pretty good. Maybe we can replace Blood Rage with some blue activated skill. That does something really awesome. That's something to think about. But before we do any thinking, let's just drop some stuff off. Impale support, I feel like, is an idea. We'll drop these Val skills, just... Yeah, we'll just drop them in here. We've got multiple corrupted flicker strikes. Anyway, let's drop off split arrow. Let's drop off critical strike affliction. Let's drop off temporal claws and decoy totem. And Frostblink. And let's do... There's another one of these things that we want to drop off. Armor scrap. Sure. And we'll just sell these boots. And at that point, I think we'll just wrap up this episode. So, another pretty successful one. Let's reflect on what was accomplished. We look at how fast we are. That is the main thing we accomplished, is that we found yet another unique item, some unique boots, and the intelligence isn't that useful to us. The energy shield is whatever. The stun and block recovery, I'm sure, is pretty good, but the main thing, look at this. Check this out. 15% movement speed just globally, and then 20% when you're at full health. It is a bit of an anti-synergy with our Blood Rage, but maybe we can just stop using Blood Rage and we'll get some other activated, you know, buff skill. Like for instance, let's just take a look. What do we have? Arrow, don't care. Dash, don't really. Hatred, maybe? Casts an aura. Ooh, but it reserves 50% of our mana. Cast an aura that grants cold skill. Curses, we could start cursing enemies. We can, well, I mean, we already have Blood Rage. We wanted something else. Vampiric Link, Sniper. I mean, like, there's options, right? There's options. We don't have to make a decision right now. We also have these red skills that might give us some sort of buff that we can use. Or some debuff on our, like, totems seem pretty nice. That's something to consider. So even if we have to take Blood Rage off, we have our options. So the main thing was we found these awesome boots. We did lose some magic find in the process, but they do look pretty swanky. Pretty swank. And, I mean, I think just the speed that they're giving us is gonna more than pay for itself. It's gonna more than offset the slight decrease in magic find. In addition to that, we also found, or we also gained a bunch of levels. We found some currency items, and we're just generally. Oh yeah, we found a couple of jewels. We're not really using any of these. We should maybe invest in a jewel socket. I'll think about that. But we're gonna get our frenzy charge nodes dealt with first in the passive tree. But yeah, that was a pretty good episode. I feel like I still feel a little bit feverish, so playing Path of Exile, as enjoyable as it was, did not cure my ailment, so I need to go take a rest, but I will definitely rest a little bit more soundly and be a little bit more satisfied as I lay down, knowing that we made another nice bit of progress today. Let's end by reading the flavor text on the new unique that we picked up. Chevron's Pace, great name for a for boots that just make you really fast. Chevron raced to Brutus's side, her last hope against the Karwi tide. So I guess she's on Brutus's side, like she's one of the bad guys, I guess. And now we have her boots, but I guess we're using them for good. I hope you at least, clean them before just putting on somebody else's boots. At least, spray them with the, like the odor eater thing. Oh, you know what? I'm sure Marnie knows what to do. So yeah, that's what we found, and we're feeling pretty good about that, and we're gonna call it good. And I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you'll join me next week for the next installation. Look at how fast we are, man. It's just... man, the saddest moment in this entire series is gonna be when I find some, like, really awesome pair of unique boots. It's gonna have like 80% magic find, 150% resist all, plus 400 to all attributes, and a crazy amount of sockets as well, but no walk run speed. The saddest moment in this entire series is gonna be when we're gonna have to switch to another pair of boots. But you know what? Let's enjoy these while we can, and we're gonna call it good. We're gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you'll join me next Saturday for the next installation of the Treasure Hunt. And until then, take care.